April 10th, 2014, 1606, Buenos Aires, and my address is there. I just went for a walk, and I had to get out. I had to make what I had to do, and dealing with health degenerations test all the time. And here's a 10 strike, manipulated, no buses, nobody works except somebody around, a few people on the streets. There is a very desert going on, so some cars, not very much. And while I've been in the street, I suppose being in jail. While I've been on the street, I suppose being also having sex with the generations. While those minutes have been in the street, the whole of the prostitutes Pinheiro Alvear and the generation of the border, getting all around and by seconds watching me out, to watch clear that it is me, to watch clear what I'm doing, and to watch clear that I have something that I can communicate, and if there is any communicating, to say spends all the day delivering. And all those that offense will show that they were right and they are the source of the mental health. Like Mirta Romalde, and the whole generation of the Borda 8, and the whole generation of the Alvear, and also the Durant, and the Medical Council and Forensics, and Armed Forces, and Christina Gishner, oh, they were, and the 88 Civil, and also the 7th Defense Bureau, they were doing the right thing, nothing wrong happened. Of course. And there were this cheap prostitute that passed by 48 seconds around me, watching it were me, that I were talking and I were communicating and saying it ain't no communications, the liars all the time, like we said. Get ready to internet tomorrow. We have the orders of the prostitute 88 Civil, prostitute 7th Defense Bureau, prostitute Christina Gishner, prostitute pedophilic Aníbal Fernandez, prostitute degenerate of officialism, Capitanich, and the degeneration forensics, and the degenerations Medical Council, Government of the City of Buenos Aires, and the sickle horde psychopaths Alvear, and the degenerate Romalde, and sickle shit prostitutes Alvear Hospital with Pinheiro Hospital in compound. And suddenly I just said to the International Court, and while this all supposed to have been in jail, supposed to have been having sex, have been prostituting, consuming drugs, and robbing around. It just went 4 blocks most farther to a bus stop, waiting there, came, walked a little bit, taking a couple of pictures with my Android, and walked again back, and just came to my place because of Adonai helped us and we go deal with the situation. But suddenly, there is this reality that I was saying to Your Honor, I Señor, that of course they are so schizophrenics as well for this that generates cycle sodomaki and horse. Abominable shit, 666. And the prostitutes evangelics that supports them in everything that they are doing. And oh no, we just pray everything is okay, but nobody will see what we are doing because of the devil is so snaky, rock, and badly this smart shit. And he is going to get us and we are going to have problems and nobody will know it. And suddenly the reality that always happened, that always were, oh, but there is a familiar case, there is nothing to touch, if the family doesn't do nothing, we won't do it. Federal 21 brothel pretended of court with a pedophile again, arming with the Sodom that generates this, and no one ever like the 2,948 other that generates like that one, arming forging, making up, cause, judicial and policial, saying it gotta be. And we appointed and never came, and also signed, saying I'm not going to compromising because if I complained when no one touched, no knocked my door about nothing except for making this theater of degenerates and cycle shit. Specialists of the degeneration, abomination, and whole abominable shit of a criminal psychopaths, excrements that they all are, with Christina Kirchner and all officialism permanently. And the reality of this all is this pedophilic degenerate 21 Federal Post Court Argentina, an 88 brothel with a lot of whores inside the same 7th Defensory with a lot of other whores, degeneration, arming and making up all kind of a sickle shit and manipulating all familiar case with Cristina Kirchner, Aníbal Fernández, officialism all. Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, Policía Federal Argentina, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Gendarmería Nacional, CIDE, Metropolitana, and every son of a shit right behind for call the family, tell the family and make it. Here you go. And since the 10 degenerates, cycle Sodomaki, cycle Barrikhashi, PFA and goes, oh, but Mirta, these things that we are going to rape the mother and the family and then them friends, and we're going to kill them all, and we're going to take him for the making a very genetics delusional thing that it says. It's going to say, come on, you understand this, come on, let's be friends, come touch me a little bit, you like it, we can do some business. Mirta Román de Piñeiro, like always happened, Sodoma faggots, sorry the terms, Federal Police of Argentina, and that's supposed to be a psychodiagnosis on me. Goes, arranges, tells them what I will think, what I will say about the specialists of the law of Argentina, of course, and so we are going to relate you. So we tell you how it behaves, how it does, how it behaves, how it tells, how it shows, how it looks, how it scratches butt, how it scratches head, and how it puts the, oh, yeah. You make psychodiagnosis, and we got it. 5 minutes talking and you already know everything. There's nothing else to discuss. Why wasting time? It's just a whack, and always say. That's government of the city of Buenos Aires legistes. That is Cuerpo Médico Forense de la Nación Argentina, and that is Cristina Kirchner, Aníbal Fernández, and officialism. That is armed forces, and that is welfare. Enable Argentina for the world. Disability. That is 88 whore, pretender of judge, civil brothel, pretender of court, and the same 7th defense rate just like them. That is Argentina for the world. You like it? I have 84,000 more disappeared under this same picture that says covering and making theater that I had to. Because of recommend, of course. And tell the mother, and suddenly, come on, touch it. We won't kill it, but just come blow me. Everything is going to be okay. We finish here. Federal Police of Argentina forces the generation Kirchners. But no, you won't think that. For me, it's a delirious delusional. We have studied and had very cases and were internated so severely all the time and also junky. Oh, don't you believe that? Will you say that of me? I have been kidnapped just once the last year, telling that I were already internated by rehab, which never happened and won't, except for the arming of distance yet. I won't ever, never have, and won't be in the future at all. Nothing that I never needed. I like self-control, heal from my life, and being totally upright and with a reality in the palm of my hands. And making the right, upright judgment thing every day and understanding that I'm alive. I don't need to let go. Over no. over no. I am so flying and I have the skies in my hands. I am alright on my self-nature. And you know what also says that creatina, is a very drugs that I take to getting high. And what is that acid? Oh, of course! Calls it creatine also after arranges creatine. A dietetic store which I needed some elements to try to help myself in my life. Just saw that and I said, well, this is going to help me. This is not a complete, I wish I had, but 12 pesos for a BLYTT of this element will help me to detoxicating of the degenerations put it at the wild, kidnapped. And during this whole long time, and trying to get a very dishki botlenechidin and helping my system to depuring. Anything around creatine is amazing. Thank God, I got it. And just simply truth. Like always happen in this hell shit of a country. Damn shit, disgusting low shit of a country. Especially with Kirchners, all the time. Denounces all around, going to the world, denounces in the world, oh, because of this and this, that, and all. World says, it is enough, we proved, we shown, oh, you conspire against us. And then goes, remakes, reproves, reshows, but you are conspiring and you are not contemplating, you are not watching this. See? Researches, makes a chat, 5 years, 8 years, enough, no more. Alright, we understand, but remember that we told you this is a very manipulative one and goes all around for the bedroom of the decha, and whenever you never notice, you have a problem upon you. Of course, oh my god. Makes like if everything will be just fine and just a good one while reads and knows because of, oh my god, Evangelics knows it. You have no idea. Of course. And comes back all over, oh, we did it, around here we will, and see is telling what we say all the time, of course. And suddenly keeps on forwarding, goes, all as witness, all as showing evidences, all as truth knowing, all as to be potential damages for them interested, goes, disappears, murders, rapes, destroys, slaughters, tortures, suppresses, whack, medication. It's going to make you feel bad. Take it. Let's go. And suddenly the reality of this all. After the whole to murder and destroying comes and retakes everything, reinvents, remakes, reforges, relies, reorganizes, remachines, and re-shit. Kirchners, Sodoma, Argentina. It's a very so worldwide Argentinian that generates cycles business around. And oh, we told you, there you have, see? Again. And that's what Argentina were built on. That's why AMIA never had no justice, the same Israel embassy, and the whole of the genocide. It were done for 1971, 1970, and the whole longest history around this damn country. And even the right, I said, 2 million families of Jews during Iran. And now the guessers that generates on, oh, we make it see, and we make it talk, while I already spoken about this, and Your Honor, ICC New York outcasts asked me please to tell this in front of the world and show it. But they makes me say that sickle that generates faggots of hell. Sorry the word. So, I'm sorry, Your Honor, and I'm sorry people for these terms. This is not really proper about the reality of Adonai and what I've just done this day. which were really beautiful that I would do something like that, and sharing what I shared. Forgive me please everybody these terms of organ payments and a lot of flouting, and somebody says aggressively. Whatever to be, the aggressively is not like ambatidechachim, laughing all the time in wanting to put them in hell, which I'm gonna do. And Adonai is not like, oh tladi shechadi meida, oh esedi, love and mercy Adonai, asheriti chahim. Whenever Adonai can break your 10 bones and up like this, so they rip your head off your body, it's gonna make it, and I'm going to enjoy that. The reality of this all is exactly what we know and what we say about. This disgusting hell of a damnation of these abominable legacies of shit, which this country had on less humanity after another and fundated on less humanity, like San Martin. A sickle damn shit which came from Toulouse. And I'm sorry for France, it doesn't have to be with France, it is other kind of a thing. And pretended of Argentinian, which were kind of a dushmi-inja of royalty, had a lot of money and played the hero and said, I'm gonna make my empire, just like this. All the same damn shit all over. I'm gonna make my chance, opportunist son of a shit. And making the whole of the Betri Multimeshechadchinim and all of the migrations from Spain, Italy, and much other places, even Jewish, having farms and working on the land, and making a very life as cult, and having a very society and communities, which, okay, but these were not Argentinian, and he born in Toulouse, France, and came with a bunch of degenerates of his and the legacy of Atta Mondleving, which it is Tradis lindrovons li ach zianam, ach diski et zianam. The reality of this damn legacy of masonry and abomination is the same like as Vadu livi ta'usha adam pa'aka, which we know around the Hatbladencha Sahinom, which were the same like Individa Ashmadov, which were the same like the Alvensko Taliano, that after a long time disguised themselves in Illuminati. So the reality of this one were the Fantolosiven Tarishka Mada and Sahadim, and cheating a lot of people in Illuminati and much other, which the reality of Illuminati is over, but we are not going to discuss this. And then of course I had to be an Illuminati as well. There says, oh, it were an Illuminati and it's an Illuminati, don't you see it? There's to saying that disgusting hell crap. Evangelics of hell, cycled them crap. And suddenly the reality of this is what it happened all around. Whenever there were this started to making said, I'm going to making a revolution and I'm going to dispossess everybody and I'm going to fundate Patriot. And there were the supposed reds and the supposed blues, or blue as Dishkamari, and there were the supposed Betmonjo and Samainta, and saying, oh, we are going to take in the abnormality of colonial dimensionality away, and made them the market of the Sonfaleja and Sodoma since then. Oh my God. Were millions of persons that at the 1803 were in the field of the Buenos Aires, which used to be called the Good Air land. And suddenly there were only farmers and a lot of families and people with few atmotichat oshin vet ansi, but the whole were farmers and murdered Italians, Spanish, murdered Jewish, Bensibod no Madacharim and ideas, Bangaria had the best Modankia English. Our land, the Patriot, taken a lot of indigents all around, and made in a whole but tamel event everything man, woman, kids, all they're just like this. Are the same generation, the same abomination. And where? Saying he died of a syphilis. No, he didn't die of a syphilis. The reality of the bones and Shachet that Adonai and I gave them for the making a very outpumutlanechani on the bones of the bastard, which were found on the certainly truth that were the Bontlemeni and Fedechari San Martin, the saint of the Bontledecha Dashinit, were that he suffered umbat in Kamenechida. He had sex with animal. And the Botlemet Remal Bedesha Fathani, the Altavut Monachadida Solem, gets a mark in the bones at the Blotlemalbet and Kodashimat and Chobot Amati, that the only way to be is whenever the same Motlemenechida Vanechadishkada to having sex with animal comes at the Dinshmitin Kapachti. And so Tlemetria from Samalatia were a sick of them that generate, and not for being Francis. The reality is, since then on, everything is genocide in this land for patriot, of course. The turn on the market as the taking positions makes a mark of demons and degenerates for the patriot. And suddenly at this days it is exactly this permanent behavior of this sickledom shit. Theater, hiding, misinforming, manipulating people all around and telling all kind of lies and informations and forging documents all around saying this here, this that, this there, this those and everything at the once in the whole of the whatever to make it up. And behind it all, let's make it a job. We gotta make it. Take him, tell the mother, rape the mother, and put him right where we are going to make the tub and prepare the cryotini, and oh, it's Larry, don't you see it? And oh yes, I know, alright, but can I touch you? I like that. You have right there, and it's crowing, and suddenly, can I? Sorry the perverse, but suddenly, you got me what I say. It's every day, and they do this, and they are this. So I'm gonna give you everything you want, but can I? And supposed to be my psychopath fantasy this as well, of course. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Every day here is a simple reality about this all. Makes the manipulation when goes down and makes a frustration about cannot be done what they says gotta be. Replans, restructures, and makes a new strategy. And with this new strategy, goes all around watching who to disappear, who to kill, who to murder, who to destroy, who to making all abominations and suppress and putting like a bottom al nobody to believe which cannot be murdered or disappeared. And after everything were established again, recomes with remaking, re-strategizing, re-arming, reforging, relying, reorganizing, and all for word. We gotta make it, we make it to it here. It were since the Bat Venetia Hati until today, and still makes the same. And we have since the 1st January 2013 signal for the making of this, because of they says sign for last, or at the time they says 28,214,404 persons, not only in Argentina. And in summatory for not only my person but the disappeared families and rabbis and Jewish and any other related on me, even friends. With massive rapes, massive destruction, massive torture, massive slaughtery, and all abomination to making and robberies and all forgery saying they allowed. They signed like supposed I did, and they no one have done just like I never did. And this is what we have here. And I offense the president and offense the government. Oh my God, he's a very psychopath, has psychopath problems with the authority. Don't you see this? Maniac persecutor, the liars all the time and thinks, and it's paranoid like a chunky. You see it on the cameras of the city. Don't you see the psychodiagnosis? It's the parents that behave. the behavior. That's what they said today at the ICC. But enkol blet hamal dishimini kadachachidim, o blet hamalefin tasefeshi chadachidim. Difont lemetri amolet chadishifat alechachi, metromolet imot lerevedesh kadachad hasav. And they are government, of course. And now got this frustrated and has 78,214 to see who to rape, who to murder, who to disappear, who to suppress, who to running, and who to making a flight around any other shell around the world for nobody to find out. Oh, we're a whack, we're around, and we're just a whore, just a fact. You know, the goes and comes, and who knows who are they with, and what happens to them. They arrest people all the time, just like this. Don't you know it? Of course. And this is what we are all around suffering every day, at the edge of the Sodoma and horse evangelics of them, and all the generation of this disgusting lousy, so trampled damn low shit. Here's not officialism in Argentina. I offense them. https www. No one ever will run from me. .int. F8. OS recall. The last key with a cleaner. Right here in my account. Last ICC and systems to ICC New York. BLYTT, I mean. Alejandro Mario Blanco Redemi. 1633. On this April 10th, 2014, Buenos Aires, Argentina. I am sick of them. Yes, I am more than sick of them. And I apologize again for the misproper terms, for the name of Hashem, for the every one of us, and because of who I am. Adonai to be with us, which He will. Shalom.